Good morning, YouTube Nation. This is Wayne coming to you live from 16 beautiful acres in South Louisiana. It's been about a week since I planted my corn, a little more than a week since I planted my corn. And that following Wednesday, I planted my peas. And my peas were up by Saturday. Friday and Saturday they started popping up. My green beans was popping up about the same time, maybe a day later than the peas. They came up started popping up around Saturday. And so here it is Tuesday. So it's been a week and 2 days, 9 days. And I see now I didn't stop when I planted everything and drew me a schematic of my rows. I figured I could remember it, but you know, when you get old, you keep saying you're going to remember something, and 5 days later, or you sleep a few nights and guess what, that memory erases. So I kind of had to wait for my stand to come up and see. I know what order I planted in, so I kind of know where I need to take off, continue at. So it's going to be a short video. I'm going to jump out there real quick, show y'all a picture of the stand so far, and talk about it. And then I'm going to go ahead and plant the other little end of a row of my of the Blue Lake string beans, and then I got 2 more little end rows of peas I'm gonna finish planting, and that's gonna finish with all the seed planting, seed sowing that I need to do. And I have some discs coming in today, some little row disc, a little single 14-inch row disc, and when they get here, we're gonna row up that end row and kind of make that bed a little taller. And now I'm gonna video putting that mulch covering down. And I bought all my transplants yesterday, so we'll be getting those transplanted before the end of the week. And that'll just be about all the planting that's going to be done right now. Everything else is going to be side dressing and fertilized with and all that. I think I put that on one of my videos already. I fertilized the first 5 rows with triple 13, and I need to go back. I got a little tiny middle plow coming. Something that's going to open the dirt, a trench between the 2 rows, and I need to put a little triple 13 down on the peas and all the bean rows that I didn't do. And then, of course, when I do my transplants, I'll dig a little bit deeper, drop my fertilizer, put some dirt over it, and then put the transplant in. So anyway, y'all hang in there. I'm going to go ahead and get this last little bit planted, and then we'll walk over and show. I'm not going to film planting because that's kind of boring. But after I get it planted, we're going to walk over to the garden, and I'll show y'all the stand and how everything looks. So hang tight, and I'll show you the progress that's been made since the last time we talked. All right, guys, let's walk out here. I'm going to show you my stand. This is my stand of corn. And the second row with the 2 drills on it right here, that drill was pretty good. The corn was pretty, the stand was good. On the first row I did right here, the stand was kind of sparse down on this end where I started, but that was me adjusting my cedar, trying to get it straight. I replanted that today. I put a little corn right alongside that other. It's not going to be much behind it, a week behind it, but I went ahead and re-sowed that. But down on the other end, looks like I'd gotten my act together and I knew what I was doing with my cedar. So I got a pretty good stand. And I'm gonna tell you something else. My seeds weren't covering that good when I first started. And I think I went back and kind of halfway covered them with a rake, but I think I probably missed some of them, and I had a bunch of crows in here having a field day, so I hope they're happy. They got a little food. But my second row with the 2 drills on it came out real good. That corn seed plate that I used, it puts that corn about every 7 point something inches. I forget what the paperwork said, 7.25, maybe 7.25 inches. I don't know why, but there won't have to be no thinning on that, I'll guarantee you that. So that's less maintenance there. Then I came back, I put my Blue Lake string beans here, and I was thin on this side, but I had to adjust my thing. It was a different plate. But as I get down here, you can see it's a good stand further down. on this side over here. If I can point to it there. So that came out good. And then I came back this way with it, and I missed a little spot on that other end. Where I made my mistake, after I drilled these drills, I should have got a piece of paper and made me a schematic on where my seeds ran out and how much row I had left, and I didn't. And I told myself, I can remember that. Well, after I go to sleep at night, my hard drive in my brain kind of erases stuff, so I couldn't remember. So I couldn't go back and plant right away because I didn't know. I could see where my seeder had hit the ground, but I had about 3 vacant spots and I didn't know what I needed to put there. So I kind of had to wait for the seeds to start coming up so I could identify what I had there and go ahead and finish reseeding. So, I mean, those plants are going to be about a week behind the other ones, but you know, that's okay. You know, we're not on a deadline here. See right here, that drill came out good, and this drill came out good on this row. All right, down on the other end is where I kind of ran out of stuff, but this stuff came out, these came out real good. Could be a little close, but I don't think I'm gonna thin any of that. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go and see what it does. I never drilled a lot of thinned any kind of lagoon plants in the past. And I always did fine, so I don't know if I need to start now. So you can see this row right here, that's partial. I planted down on the other end just a little before I started making this video. So it's gonna be a few days before we got some green down there, but this row next to it, I planted last Wednesday, and it's been 5 days. And man, I used the one they recommended, and I got a good 2 drills on that row, and that's spaced a little better. So that's for the small peas, that plate, pea seeds. So I believe that's the one I'm gonna use from now on, because even though when I did the video was dropping 3 at a time, they kind of fall apart from one another, but they're spaced better. The little clumps are spaced better than the other ones. So I'm happy with this so far. I don't think I could have got much better than that for rushing it the way I did and the equipment I had. But anyway, this is going to be video number 7 in the playlist. This is going to be called the stand, how the cedar did, or something like that. I hadn't come up with a title yet. This end row is bare. It has nothing on it. Okay, that's the one I'm going to put the woven ground cover on for weed protection and all. That's the one I'm going to put all my transplants on. I bought all my transplants yesterday, and I realized one thing. I'm going to do like I used to do. I'm going to start producing my own transplants, because man, them things are high. I didn't buy that many plants, and I spent like 70 bucks, and that was a little discount that I got. And you know, it doesn't cost that much to buy some peat pots and some a sack of peat moss and some seeds and grow your own transplants. And that's what I'm going to do next year. Get that started in December, so I'll have my transplants ready to go. So, but this year we're gonna make do what we got, spend a little more money. I'm waiting on my little hiller disc to come in. I got 2 14-inch hiller discs coming in. I got a little spade that's gonna sit on the back of the toolbar in the center of the tractor, because I do need to fertilize. The corn rows got fertilized. Why I didn't fertilize the other 4 rows at the same time, I don't know. I guess I had a brain fart, and I don't know. I guess the sun was too hot and I was getting tired of fertilizing. So I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize the side dress down the middle when that thing comes in. Before the end of the week, I want to get some fertilizer. I'm gonna use triple 13 on that. This is virgin soil, so I'm not getting real scientific with the fertilizer I'm gonna use yet. But I will side dress when my corn gets up about 12 inches or so. I'm gonna cut down the middle with that little spade, and I'm gonna side dress some ammonium nitrate. And then when it gets up about 18 inches, between 18 and 2 foot, I'm gonna do that a second time. And that's gonna be it for the side dressing of ammonia for the corn. Now you don't need to do that with legumes because they produce their own nitrogen modules on the root system. So they will be cultivated. I will pull dirt up to them and you do weed control on them, and I'll spray for aphids and pesticide, pesticide. I got a non-toxic pesticide I'm gonna use, and I'll do all that, and I'll film all that, and I'll show you when I did it and why I did it and what stage of the plant was in when I did it. I'll cover all that in my next videos when I get ready to do that. So until then, guys, this is a little update on what the spring summer garden is looking like. And I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you saw where even after all these years of truck farming, I did it for like 10 years in a row when I was younger, and got away from it for a long time. Did little small gardens, but I'm getting back to the big stuff. Y'all saw the mistake I made. I didn't draw me a schematic of my garden. Had it been a bigger plot, I'd have probably had more seed and everything, and I'd have seed left over, and that kind of thing. And I do have some pink-eyed purple hull peas. I got some blue lakes left over, and I got some corn seeds left over now after I went by a second time and replanted, finished sowing. But anyway, if y'all like this content and you learn something from it, and you're into gardening and you're into tractors, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build my channel. I got 111 subscribers now. I'm slowly getting more and more subscribers all the time. I'm happy with the growth rate. Hit that little bell if you want notifications and keeping up with this garden process and any of my other tractor stuff. And give me a thumbs up for a like. Outdoor gardening is fun. Truck farming is fun. Running a tractor is fun. Y'all enjoy your tractors. Get out there on them. Make stuff happen. Be careful on them tractors. Those tractors can hurt you if you're not careful on them. If you don't know what you're doing. Watch some of these. Got a lot of other good videos on tractor safety and all out there. If you're a new tractor driver and you just get on it and you riding around and you think that tractor can't turn over with you, yeah, it can. It can hurt you. So learn what your tractor can do and what your tractor can't do. Don't try to make it do something it's not designed to do. So I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about tractor safety, but I can't express that enough. People get hurt all the time on tractors that aren't experienced on tractors. Even experienced people still get hurt. Accidents happen. So anyway, y'all enjoy your tractors, enjoy the great outdoors that God gave us, and until next time, God bless y'all, and see you later.